Good day, everyone, especially to our professor, Dr. Singson, and to my fellow classmates in the PhD program. Welcome to my presentation. First, we will start with employer's view and the employee's view on pay decisions. From the employer's point of view, pay is a powerful tool for furthering the organization's strategic goals. First, pay has a large impact on employee attitudes and behaviors. It influences the kind of employees who are attracted to the organization, and it can be a powerful tool for aligning current employees' interests. Second, employee compensation is typically a significant organizational cost and thus requires a close scrutiny. So, if your goal is to reduce labor costs, make sure that it should not affect the relationship between the employees and the workforce. In this slide, we only focus on pay structure, which in turn entails a consideration of pay level and job structures. When we say pay structure, it is the relative pay of different jobs and how much they are paid. So every institution has their own pay structure in a form of salary guide. Basically, whatever your role in the institution will determine your salary. On the other hand, pay level is defined as an average pay, including wages, salaries, and bonuses of jobs in an organization, while the job structure refers to the relative pay of jobs in an organization. Let's say, for example, consider this example. There are two jobs in two different organizations. In organization 1, the average pay rate and annual salary of job number 1 is $40,000. While job number 2 in the same organization is $60,000. For the other organization, for the organization 2, the pay rate for job 1 is $45,000, while the pay rate in job number 2 is $55,000. To summarize, organization 1 has $40,000 and $60,000 for job 1 and 2 respectively. For organization 2, it's $45,000 and $55,000 for job 1 and job 2 respectively. Their pay level, the average pay is the same because it will be $50,000, but the job structure is different. They have the same average pay for jobs 1 and 2 for both organizations, but they have different job structures. So we are now on the equity theory and the fairness. Why employee perceptions about fairness matter? The core of equity theory says that individuals judge the fairness of their treatment based on how others like them are treated. Employees make social comparisons to others who are similarly situated in the organization. So let's consider this. You may wonder, some employees have the same input in an organization, but they have different rewards. So the idea of this equity theory is that it is equitable when the employees give similar inputs will receive similar rewards, meaning equal work means equal pay. When the rewards differ for the same inputs, like the other person or the other employee has a higher salary and the other one has a lower salary, but they both have the same inputs, then that is inequitable in that case. In any organization, there are challenges which are important in deciding what to pay its employees, and these are the product market competition and labor market competition. So this is just a sort of review from our economics When we say competitive markets, it is where multiple producers compete with each other to provide their goods and services. In this case, for education, it is a competition between public and private schools or among private schools. In other words, schools must be able to sell their services at a quantity and quality or a price that will bring return on their investments. The second important competitive market challenge is the labor market competition. Essentially, labor market competition is the amount an organization must pay to compete against each other organization that hire similar types of employees. Take note that wages or compensation is the highest motivating factor in the labor market. Therefore, in the education side, there has to be a competitive pay to attract competent staff or teachers. To compete for talent, organizations use benchmarking. It is a procedure by which an organization compares its own practices against those of competition for them to understand how and where the organization needs to change in order to improve performance. Compensation benchmarking, also known as market pricing, is a systematic approach to collecting and evaluating data on salaries. Again, it compares an organization's employee pay rates with those of similar jobs in another organization. So the tool to use to compare is using the market pay surveys. So here we can see the wage differentials between jobs. Market pay survey is used to gather or collect compensation data to determine the amount paid by the different employers in one or more jobs. It is to gather and summarize compensation information and provide a means for comparison of salaries at different organizations. The use of pay surveys requires answers to several important questions. Number 1, which employers should be included in the survey? Of course, they would be the key labor market and product market competitors. And the second question will be, which jobs are included in the survey? So the job content here must be similar. Number 3, if multiple surveys are used, how are all the rates of pay weighted and combined?